Hello and welcome back to our continuing Planet Crafter playthrough series. I'm Larry, it's episode 10 and yes, the final episode. I know it might bum some people out, but you have to remember this is just, a demo, so you can only play so far in the game. And I have absolutely completely reached all the end content of the game, and I did my thing and had a good old time doing it. But I've done all the crafting in here, so that's pretty straightforward and easy. And we have plenty of things to show you. It's just gonna be a minute or two. And then over here, as you can see, we have the seed spreader rocket. That's done. And ooh, the algae generator. Yeah. Those were pretty cool. But let's go check some stuff out here. And did a couple things to the base. Yeah. But let's see here. As you can see, I've already completed insects and I'm on trees. Which everybody be like, oh, awesome. But it's not in this demo package. Even though I'm playing the developmental portion of it, it's not in there. So even though everything is running and, everything's looking great and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, none of it's there. Just like when you could get the plant growth. Yeah, it's not in there. Insects, it's not in there. Trees, it's not in there. It's not part of this demo pack. So, yeah, the lakes were in there, but that's pretty much where it ends. So, let me show you what, let's see, what little interesting thing looks out there. Let's go check it out. I'll show you some of the end content that you can access right now and have fun with it. And then of course we're a little bit lower, and I did put the base at the perfect spot. The water comes right up to the edge of the base. I could not get the base any closer. I mean, I'm at the highest part of the lake, and it's just, yeah, it was perfect. Now, if you didn't notice this is the lake water collector. It's like the big dish version, but it sits in the water, and you can pick up, there's 8? So that's twice as much as the big dish collector. And then over here, yeah, you can hover with the jetpack, just so you know. This is the larger one. And this is, what's the name of this one? This is the Algae Generator 2. So it puts out a little bit more stuff, and it grows a whole lot more algae than the tier 1 stuff. A whole lot more. And it produces a lot more oxygen. I mean, right now, from my understanding, is this, I should be in a green planet. It's, yeah, the oxygen, I'm sitting at 540. Wherever green would grow, it should be growing. Now, I did launch 2 rockets. And then I went and read everything on Steam, and it was just like, well, launching the rockets were a waste because you don't get the green. So I turned around and said, I want green. I shall have green. So I went and found every flower pot that I had, and I created the seed spreader. And so, yes, I have a ton of seed spreaders around here because I wanted greenage. Greenage was required over here. It didn't look right without it, so I made it. Now, this building over here is something a little different. I was in the process of building it, but then when I realized, I'm at the end content. I needed to get a video released So I quit building on it, but look at this. I have 6 full-blown nuclear reactors, the big boys. Yeah, they're generating a ton of power, which with how many seed spreaders I have, you need it. Now, here's my mushroom setup. This was going to be a 3-floor building, and the top floor was going to be all glass, and I was going to house all my plants up there. But instead, I just opted to go in here. Now, I didn't grow any squash because I didn't see any point in it. But the eggplants you need for endgame content, and you need the mushrooms for endgame content. So my recommendation is, as soon as you have the ability to start growing them, throw a chest up and get them growing, especially the eggplants. So that one video that I saw them, really talking about the eggplants. Yeah, you definitely need eggplants. You don't need a monster load of them, say 30, and say another 30 mushrooms, and you'll be able to do a ton of end content. And it's just crafting stuff. That's all that it is. So we have this building. You saw the nuclear power. And in the last episode, you saw my rocket launching. But I don't know if I had this building up or not. I don't know if this was built yet. And what I did is I just took some of the housing modules and just the lab. Because the lab has really cool windows. So, and it's fully operational. I could still craft stuff out here. I just did it for visual effect. And if you have the power, why not? And then of course the water collectors. It's nice having, you're going to go through water like there's no tomorrow. So highly recommend you get 3-4 of these things, plus the water collector down over here, because you will go through the water. Now remember, when your planet heats up, you lose ice. There's no ice on the planet. So, right now, the only ice that's on the planet right now is what's going in these chests. Now, this plant Tusca is bugged. It will not work in any of the seed spreaders, even though all the other Tusca plants work just fine. This one is bugged. So, I didn't build that piece of equipment to destroy stuff, because it's like, why? I like recycling stuff. Just destroying stuff for the heck of it is, whatever. Now, just so you know, if you're going to be building stuff, you will go through titanium and iron like there is nobody's business. Yeah. It's horrible. You collect as much, especially iron. Iron is huge. Another thing that you'll run out of is aluminum, and it all depends on what you build. But I can tell you right now, all these seed spreaders, they do take a lot. 1 magnesium, 1 aluminum. Magnesium, no big deal. You have tons of that, no big deal. Aluminum, that's a little other problem. So you're going to want to make sure you get at least 3 or 4 of these things built. And maybe this is where it'd be great to have that item destructor, because there's no way you're going to be able to create enough storage for your silicon, your cobalt. There's just no way. And I worried about running out of this stuff. No, you won't, especially if you have the mines. So you don't really have to worry about running out of anything, because you can call down, once you get to the level, you can call down the rockets for the uranium and the other one, the red one. I forgot the name of it. Let me go look. Oh, iridium. So yeah, if you run out of iridium, yeah. Now, the cool thing is, look at these lakes. We have lakes forming all over the place. So we have a decent sized lake over here. Now, I did not place any of my algae stuff over here. Well, this one finally has enough room. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I had my blue chest over here. Ooh, all sorts of goodies. So, notice you can do everything when it's underwater. Ooh, I guess I should pop some oxygen there. Oh, look at this cool little thing that I have. Let me hit tab. I have the water filter. So now I can just come right up. Oh. And I can just drink the water. I don't have to carry water around. I still do because I go into some of these other areas. So I at least keep one container of water. And then of course, you know, you have this river. So it's kind of cool. And then you have a little bit more water forming over here. And let me take you over there. Yeah, having this water filter is really cool because, you know, drink water whenever you want. Opens up space in your inventory. So yeah, this right here, we have a bunch of water over here now. And some parts of it, it's not super deep. So I don't know how well your algae makers will work over here, but that's the way it goes. So we have a little water pond over here. So it's kind of cool. Now, what other fun things can I show you? I tell you what, I will take you up since this is the final episode. Oh, let me show you this before I show you the map view of what this thing looks like. This, the Biodome Tier 2s. I put 2 of these things up. Look at this. They don't do anything other than produce oxygen. They don't have a crafting terminal or anything like that. But they do have spots where you can add an airlock or door or whatever. But yeah, isn't that cool? So these are the only trees I have on the map. And of course, this is the same one. So it was fun building these things. They are kind of mat intensive. Well, for this game. But let me pull it up here. It takes 2 black fertilizers, 2 bacteria samples, super alloys, and sulfur. So, big recommendation, start making sure you harvest your algae there in the water, because the fertilizer and the bacteria samples are a little heavy in the mats. And if you haven't started growing this stuff, it's basically going to time gate you. But then again, you know, you could be building stuff. As far as I know, from my understanding, is there were only 9 gold chests, so we had found them all. So all you have to do is go back to the videos and remember where they're at. Your life is good. So let me show you the map view. That's about the only thing you haven't seen. And over here, that's all of our new lakes and all that all over here. And that's a really big lake. So, I pretty much have shown you throughout the videos everything that you can do in this game. And you have all the spoilers, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So, my final thoughts about this game. I can tell you right now it's not a premium title. And if they ask for a premium price, I would have to say wait for it to either come free to play on Steam, or personally, I don't think I would spend more than I think $10 would be pushing this, and they'd have to put in a whole lot of content in order for me to shell out more than $10 on this game. I know developers are probably screaming bloody murder, but plain and simple, for a builder game, it's extremely limited. Now, I understand this is a demo. They could have put in a whole lot more in the final version of the game, and it's totally possible. And if they do, I would absolutely change my opinion of this game. I really would. But just for the straight up basics, only having a 1x1 module is extremely limiting. That's especially when you can play so many other games that give you like a 1x2, a 1x3, 1x4, and then like a 2x1, 2x2, 2x4. You know, it's so they don't have enough modules. Placing the modules are clunky. They should have some type of an override to where you don't have to worry about locking, any type of grid locking, and this game doesn't have that, which is really a basic feature of what is expected of a builder game these days. So this game doesn't have that. And then a lot of stuff, since we have little control over height placement and all that, the building is extremely clunky. Now, if we were talking 10 years ago, it would be great. You know, everybody would be happy, but gamers expect a whole lot more now. The bar was set a decade ago. You need to achieve at least that minimum. And unfortunately, and you have to remember, I love playing this game. It's a cool little game. I'm just for the, you know, it's, I guess I'm just trying to reinforce this is not a premium title game. And if they ask for a premium price, you'd have to give, let's put it this way. If they wanted a premium price, I'd pass on it. To me, there's not even close to enough content in this game. I mean, the messaging system, you get 4 messages. It's not even worth building. I mean, there should be a whole lot more to the messaging system than that. Then, you know, the graphics are pretty cool, but the one issue you're going to run into is the more of the sprinklers you place, people with lower end video cards, you're going to start having frame rate issues, and especially when it starts raining. So, you know, I've tested that as well. So, you know, people are on lower end video cards and older PCs, you might have some frame rate drops. So, but still, for just a relaxing, no stress game, I absolutely give it a thumbs up. Just not at a premium price. I guess that's my only word of warning is if they are going to be requesting a premium price for this game, then you should really rethink it. And that's where I would highly recommend playing the demo, and then you decide yourself, because you got to remember this, it's your money. You do you play games the way you want to play them. This is just, I've been gaming for such a long time that I do have some expectations of new titles, and graphically it's a beautiful, well thought out game. It is, and I won't argue that. But when it comes to placing items on the map, it's so wonky. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't build the bottoms here. Is if I would have placed this one first, I couldn't have built this stuff. So I had to build this one first, since with how the collisions are on this map. So now I have this area down here, and with how you have to put the scaffolding in and all that, it just doesn't work for me. And then you're severely limited on furniture. This is a crafting game. This is an exploratory game where we can make our own bases and all that. we should have been able to get the furnitures and consoles and all that out of the other ships. And we don't have that. And then we got to go into a bunker. Well, we should have access to that type of building too. Now, I still understand it's a demo. I get that. And you might be thinking I'm too critical. But these are basics that you'd want in the game. See what I'm saying? Especially if you're going to go for a premium price. So, since it doesn't have that, and I've read through everything on the forums and all that, and I just, from what it sounds like, they're not going to take the game to that level. Maybe down the road they will, which would be cool, and this could be an absolutely fantastic game. But like I said, this is a demo. You're going to have to decide what bar you are going to set. If you just want just a basic little builder game that's relaxing, that looks good, awesome. This game will definitely pass for that. If I was paying $4, $7, okay. That's fine by me. But if you're planning on charging me $15, $20, $30, $40, that falls under the hell no category. You would have to, the contents you would definitely have to severely amp up, literally tenfold, because there's really nothing you could do. So I know that might be disappointing to some people, and people will absolutely disagree with me. And you know what? I get it. I understand. Nobody likes, negative reviews, especially on a demo. And I get that. But I could tell you right now, if I would have paid $20 for this, I'd be ticked off at Steam, because I would have realized after 4 hours that no way did I get my money's worth. So I just want to give you a heads up and a warning. So if the demo is still available when this game releases full version, then play the demo first and decide if you want to purchase it. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, like I said, it is a very relaxing game to play. Graphically, it's beautiful. The music that they do have in this game is very relaxing. So, yeah. But then I'm also, I'm an explorer, so not taking fall damage when you fall off a mountain or step off a mountain, it got to be a point to, well, you didn't have to be careful in this game. If you just wanted a shortcut, you just jumped off the mountain and do what you do. And to me, that just doesn't work. So, anyway, I don't want to end this on a negative. It is a good game. It is fun to play. You're just going to have to determine how limited you want to be in a builder's game, and do you want to shell out whatever money that they're planning on shelling, asking for this game. So, like I said, I have no affiliation to the publisher or to the studio or anything. This is my personal opinion as a gamer. Take it for what it's worth. You can call me a loser and say I don't know what I'm talking about, and I get it. That is fine. Everybody has a right to their opinion, and this is just my opinion, and my opinion only. And in the state that it is now, even with, if they added trees, even if they put the grass in and insects, if they didn't change anything else in the game, then, like I said, this would be, I would spend less than $5 on it, and it would just be one of those games where I would fire up just to relax. And that's that's where this game is going to classify, is if I just want to a time sink with no stress and have a little bit of fun, that's where I would place this game. So anyway, I really enjoyed doing this playthrough, and like I said, it was a fun, relaxing time. So I'm just not going to drop $25 for this relaxation, because there are other games out there. I could go play Minecraft for free and get just as a relaxing time. Graphics aren't as good, but I can have that modded out as well. So anyway, I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, or evening. If I upset you, I'm sorry. It's just, for the people that follow my channel, they expect me to be honest, and I fully expect them to be honest with me. And like I said, this is just my opinion, and my opinion only. So I will say goodbye. This series is finished, and I will keep an eye on this game, and I will decide when the full release comes out to, if I have to change my opinion, then I'll change my opinion. They'll have to definitely wow me, but as of right now, this is how I feel. So thank you for supporting the series. Thank you for watching the series. Goodbye.